Episode 2 of Be For Real. Intern Beatrice, a.k.a. Intern Bea, a.k.a.
everyone's favorite intern.
She's back for episode 2, and we are now visually here as well. Still don't have the angle exactly figured out, but we're remodeling. We've built a brand new podcast room. It looks great. Bea, how would you judge the decoration so far?
It looks beautiful. It all is coming together so fast. Already before this week, it was looking great. But there was a new addition that I stumbled upon when I came in. If you guys can see by my feet, we have a very colorful rug full of oranges and pinks. And it's probably the favorite thing that I've ever seen in this office.
I felt really good about the rug. And then you came in and says, oh, a new rug, ... And I was like, oh, okay,
well, I was excited, but I didn't want to spook everyone off by being like, oh my goodness, this rug is amazing. And they're like, oh, I hate it. It's going away in a week.
Well, then you proceeded to tell me, and it was just me. You waited till everyone else got out, but you proceeded to tell me that it looks just like every freshman girl dorm room that you've been in.
It would be a lie if I said I have not seen a rug of this kind. I think probably like at least 6 of my friends had this exact same rug in their dorm room, which isn't a bad thing. It's bringing back some great memories. It's brightening up the place too. And I walked in and I was like, do you guys know I was coming? Like, is this for me?
This wasn't meant to give off college girl dorm room, but now that you mention it, I kind of see it. But I still like it because there's good orange in the floor and it kind of pops with our backdrop, which you notice that's another change. We got rid of that, that kind of flimsy backdrop. We just posted the logo on the wall, which I think opened up some space.
It definitely did.
All right, so scale of 1 to 100. And keep in mind, this is only like 85% finished. We're still going to make some adjustments. But scale of 1 to 100 right now, where do you give us on our Bea decoration?
Being honest, being for real, what was the scale 1 to 100?
Yeah, how did you already forget that?
Because I was already thinking of my answer. Let's go with a crisp 80.
Okay.
Solid. Yeah, it's solid. You guys can't see, there is a sign that's sitting on the floor there. Would love to see that be hung up. I think without the rug, I'd give this a crisp 60, but I think the rug really creates a welcoming environment. Like, I feel so cozy right now recording.
We do need to do something with that sign. You said hang it up. I wouldn't hate to throw it away.
Okay.
And I say that just because it's so heavy and it's flimsy. And right now it's sitting next to the damn door. And, earlier I was trying to put the rug down and it was falling all over the place. And it is cool. It does give me the urge to take it to a wall and like spray paint.
Earlier I was thinking that looks like a perfect stencil.
I think that's what it's supposed to be. We actually had a listener make that for us. So if he's watching now, I'm sorry. I don't really want to throw that away. It just was frustrating me today. But I do want to take it somewhere and actually like spray paint over it and leave our tag somewhere.
That
Tony Hawk Pro Skater style.
That should be a parking spot labeler. Because in the front, there's all the parking spots.
Oh, yeah.
That should be the kind of an employees only. Like, you could just spray paint that over the middle.
That's not a bad idea.
We're always going to have parking.
Do you know who Tony Hawk is?
Yes. Skateboarder.
Okay, cool.
He was in Alvin and the Chipmunks for one of their movies, I think. And he made cameos in so many other movies, but that was one of my favorite cameos he made in a childhood favorite.
It's like the live action Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Of course, yeah. You don't like the live action?
No, I'm trying to think if I do. I remember watching it, but I think when I watched it, I was kind of at that, I was past the age of being like the target demo. I think I actually took like,
that's fair.
Like a girlfriend's like little brother, I think, went with us. So like it was kind of a kid. It was obviously a kid's movie. So I don't know if I enjoyed it or not, which I think I did.
You think you did?
I kind of found Alvin to be annoying in the live action one, maybe, but like Theodore and Simon, they still held it down. But okay, I don't really remember Tony Hawk in the movie, but
at least I think he was in one of the movies.
I don't know. I never saw the sequels.
I saw all of them. Funny we're talking about this. I watched Alvin and the Chipmunks 3 nights ago. Chipwrecked, the second movie.
Are they out at sea?
They are out at sea.
Do they get like chipwrecked and like end up like on an island somewhere?
Yes. You Have you seen the movie?
No, but I feel like I have already.
They get lost. They jump off the boat somehow, and they wash up on this abandoned island. And then,
hold on, they
the
jump
plot
off the boat. Like, did they end up on like a raft somehow?
If we're getting into specifics, they were on a kite, and obviously they're so itty bitty, so they were all hanging.
I don't think
onto
they could
the
survive
road.
in the
No,
in the ocean.
they didn't just like jump for fun. The kite took them away. They floated on it until they hit this land.
What would you grade Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked? What would you grade it on a scale of 1 to 100?
Ooh, 90.
Is that what's going on in your life these days? Like, you just sit around and watch Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I'm evaluating my childhood choices, seeing if they still stand or if I was just, impressionable young girl.
Okay, so you were born. Let's do this. I like doing this with the interns. Make me feel like I'm a Zoomer. So let's walk through. What were your, if you could give me like three to five movies of your childhood, like what would they be?
Movies of my childhood, I could give you so many with deeper. Obviously, I am a girl. That checks out. The Barbie movies. I watched all of them. I have all of them on DVD, but I know that's not like a, that's a unique experience. I don't think
a DVD player is a unique experience.
No, that I watched Barbies. I did have the DVD player that opened up like a computer.
Nice. Okay. Fancy.
So
comes from money, obviously.
So I'm not that young.
Okay, Barbie. Okay, let's throw Barbie out because that's just like a TV series / movie series.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the Margot Robbie movie,
No,
obviously. You're talking about just the animated stuff. Let's go past that because we all have like our favorite like Power Rangers.
Exactly,
Barbie,
like that did the biggest impact. This isn't a movie, but in terms of TV show, Caillou.
Excuse me,
Caillou.
Caillou.
Yes.
What the hell is Caillou?
You literally look like Caillou. You are Caillou.
Oh.
Did that ring a bell?
Yes. Yes. So in my head, I've gotten called Caillou many times.
And you're like, who the hell are they talking about?
No. It's just in my head. I've never heard the name pronounced. So in my head, when I read it, I see it as like Caillou.
Caillou.
Like it's like Cailou or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I read it as like Caillou.
Caillou.
Yeah, Caillou.
It's Caillou.
I read it as Caillou, and it's Caillou.
It's Caillou.
Okay. That's kind of hateful that you said that I am, but
I was just trying to get
it worked perfectly because I've been called country. Is it Country Caillou? I've been called him many times.
I wish I could
the thumb from Spy Kids.
Spy Kids was another one of my
They call me the thumb
series.
from Spy Kids 3D. They say I look like that. Somebody told me that.
I could just pop up a picture.
I can do it post edit. I'll put up a picture of Caillou.
It's probably already been popped at this point in the thumb. Spy Kids was another one of my top 10. I loved the Spy Kids movies.
Okay, that feels a little older than your time in terms of like it being your movie.
That's fair. I think they came out in because I was born in 2004. I think they came out in probably 2002, 2004.
I was going to say the first one feels like 02. The first one feels like 02.
So I did watch it a little after its prime. Yeah, but
that's okay. You can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Country Caillou, aka me, aka Country Caillou. All right. We got Spy Kids. I'll allow Spy Kids. Keep going.
Spy Kids.
I'll allow it.
Going off of spy genre, The Spy Next Door.
Okay. What's that one?
It's with Jackie Chan.
Okay.
It's just Jackie Chan is a spy, and Billy Ray Cyrus is in it too.
Oh,
yeah. So that's kind of a duo you wouldn't expect, but
That's kind of sad for Jackie Chan to have to be doing movies with Billy Ray Cyrus, but
because he's had bigger feats.
But also, it depends on when. I guess the movie would have came out around the time Billy Ray was blowing back up because Miley, right? So maybe Billy Ray was a famous. Maybe that wasn't that embarrassing. I'm
it was
picturing Billy Ray
end
from
of Hannah Montana era. Like he looks how he did at the end of the show series.
Okay.
That was another. Oh, another show, not a movie. Woody Woodpecker. Yes. When me and my brother were too old to know table manners, we were still very young. The only way my mom got us to sit and eat at the table was if she put on Woody Woodpecker for us.
That's kind of cute.
Some of my best.
Yeah.
best dinners.
That's weird that you're calling that like your childhood, which it's fair. Like it's from your childhood. But like I feel like
that's like your childhood too.
I was gonna say I feel like I'm way too young for Woody Woodpecker. I feel like he's like 70s. Like I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. But all right, the movies from my childhood. It seems like you were really struggling with that. I can rip off mine like kind of boom, 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 boom. All right. Have you ever seen Little Giants?
Yes.
Okay. Give me your synopsis of Little Giants. What'd you think about it?
Kind of like good, but nothing crazy.
Felt kind of like one of the first feminist movies, though. Like, you know, like Icebox.
Maybe I'm not remembering it so
the girl that plays football, like she's the cheerleader. She plays football.
I'm remembering it differently then.
Well, maybe you're thinking of a completely different movie.
I probably am.
What are you thinking of? It's a football movie. Are you picturing football?
I'm picturing a mix of football and daddy daycare.
Okay. It's not really giving daddy daycare.
Okay,
they rode go-karts a little bit.
Okay, so not really.
No.
Okay.
That one was big in my childhood. Lion King was very important. I would
was
kind of
never big on Lion King, which is so unpopular.
Is it a guy-girl thing, maybe?
But I mean,
although Nala's got some pretty big parts of the movie.
Yes and no. I just personally was never so in. Like I watched it, sure, I enjoyed it, but when the live action one came out, I wasn't like freaking out. I was
live
like,
action one sucks.
Okay.
No, the live action one sucks. No,
okay.
The animated only. All right, what about Heavyweights? Have you ever heard of Heavyweights?
Nope.
It was about fat camp.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was funny.
Okay.
But my aunt used to make me watch it to scare me. Told me if I didn't.
Did it work?
I never had to go to fat camp, but
so like
I was always kind of chunky.
You know what that reminds me of? The Goonies.
A little bit. People say I look like that guy too.
Not even that you look like him,
monster.
But there's a line where my favorite character, the kid, he like the mobsters get him, and he goes on about how his parents sent him to fat camp.
Yeah, I never really liked the Goonies, to be honest. That's kind of my take that I'm embarrassed to say. Okay. It never wasn't for me.
I mean, I think it's a classic.
I think they called me both Chunk and the Sloth, the big nasty. They were going back and forth on how to insult me, saying I look like both of them. But no, Heavyweights was about fat camp. This kid gets to go to fat camp, which, you know, looks fun on the DVD they show him or on the VHS they show him.
Correct.
But when he gets there, it's under new ownership. And Ben Stiller, you know who Ben Stiller is,
Night
right?
at the Museum.
Okay, yeah.
Plural.
Yeah. He's bought the fat camp, and he's trying to basically use it as an infomercial to sell his weight loss stuff. So it goes from like kind of a laid back, body positivity camp, like we're all a little chunky, but we still ride go-karts, we still have fun.
Absolutely.
So then it turns into Ben Stiller's like, actually, you're all going to lose a lot of weight and be miserable, and I'm going to like starve you. So
this turned into feel good about yourself camp to weight loss camp.
Like, hey, yeah, like, I'm going to take you on like a 10-mile hike until you lose your weight. Because like they won't quit losing, or they won't lose weight because they keep sneaking food because like they've been doing it for years. But then he kind of goes crazy. He's kind of a maniac. Kind of a good one. I recommend it over Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I was going to say, now I'm curious. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, you should watch it. I think it holds up. I have no reservations that you would find it at least somewhat humorous in your old age.
Next time with a review on it.
You need stuff.
I want to watch it.
You need stuff for the flight. I think it's on Disney Plus.
I need stuff for the flight. I have Disney Plus.
You said you'll get it when you come back, and that's because you're leaving, B. This is your last day at the station for what, 3 weeks, basically?
Let's not exaggerate and get ahead of ourselves. Maybe it is actually 3 weeks, and I'm just telling myself it's less to make myself feel better. I am shipping off for, let's just go with an even 2.
Even 2 weeks to the motherland.
To the motherland. We're going back.
Now, are you 100% Italian?
I am.
And you're going back to Italy. And you go every summer, you say?
I go every summer because my family lives there. So
do you feel at home when you go to
Yes.
Do you feel like anything like spiritual though? Like for real? Like this is where I'm supposed to be? Like this is like, because you know, like me,
yes.
My ancestors, I'm not 100% anything. I'm all over the place. I don't really feel
What's that
way.
Hybrid? Or not purebred, but hybrid.
There, we'll go with that.
Okay.
That's the nice way of saying it. But for you to be like 100% Italian, like you go there and like the smells in the air, your nana's there.
The smells do it for me.
Yeah.
No, I do feel at home. I go there, and every single time I go there, I'm like back like I never left. But then it's because then when I'm there, I feel like the foreigner. But then when I'm here, I feel like the foreigner.
Once you get back, do you come back like with a little bit of an accent?
No, but I've noticed
with an attitude, like looking at things differently, like snarling your nose, like hamburgers and French fries. No,
I realize I come back and I like will like instead of like my first instinct is to like speak in English to someone, I will go and like start speaking Italian. I'm like, wait, no, like scratch that.
Oh, that's annoying. Do you like start swirling your wine differently or sniffing it and be like, this is not like it is in the vineyards?
I've never been what are they called? Sommelier.
Yeah, sommelier. Yeah, I'm not a cultured man. I've never been on that side of the ocean. I've been to different countries, but mostly like Central America for me. Like Colombia. No, not Colombia. Costa Rica is like the furthest I've been. I don't think I could handle a long flight to Europe. I don't think it's in my cards anytime soon.
It's something you do have to prepare yourself for. You do have to brave yourself for it because sure, everyone does like 3-5 hour flights, but like you have to plan it meticulously in terms of plan when you're going to eat, plan how long you sleep the night before so then you can sleep on the plane.
See, not to be too graphic, but like
go for it.
I've got a little bit of a weak stomach.
Yeah.
Like I use the bathroom frequently. Sorry to be graphic, but like that's a part
but it's the truth.
That's a part of my fear. Like I don't think I could be on a plane for 7 hours. And like that is terrifying to me. Like 3.5, 4 hours is my absolute cutoff. Like, and I that sometimes is pushing it. I almost had a really bad incident a couple years ago sitting on a tarmac in Jacksonville, Bea. I was sweating, fighting for my life.
Oh, that's terrible.
We landed. And then, like, we have like a 30-minute delay before we can get to the gate, but they still wouldn't let you get up and go to the bathroom. It was like an FCC, or not FCC, but federal airline.
Yeah, something safety.
And she was like, you can't get up. I was like, what do you mean I can't get up?
We're on the ground.
Yeah, and I was like, here's the options. You let me up, or like, this is going to be bad for both of us. And she's like, sitting there. I was like, I'm not kidding. I was like, I got to go. And she's like, okay, go.
That's the worst part of it, especially for, if you can't hold it in, it's 1,000%.
I was like, this is a decision we gotta make mutually. Like, I'm not happy.
One way or another, a rule is getting broken.
Both our days are going to be ruined here in a second. Like, if you don't make this is your chance to make a snap reaction, a snap decision. It's not like 9/11 level of a decision you have to make.
Not quite on that level, but
it's going to be your own personal 9/11 if you not let me up.
But that's the thing. That's her own personal issue that no one else can take responsibility for. It all falls on her.
Now, don't take offense to this. I don't mean any offense to it.
Okay.
You're a petite girl. You're a small girl. I don't know. Is that weird for somebody to say to you? Is that normal? Okay.
No.
How is flying for you? Because me, a chunky guy that looks like Country Kaloo, I got some meat on me. Whenever I'm walking into the plane, I feel like some people are judging, like, oh, man, I really hope this guy doesn't sit next to me. But also, I'm really hoping, like, man, I hope I'm not sitting next to somebody that looks like me. How do you feel? Do you get any anxiety about your seat choice? Do you get any anxiety about your seat partners? Do people sit next to you and assume, like, this girl here that's, not very big, I could take up her elbow space? Do you have to fight for the seat rest? How does that go for you?
I'm a diehard window seat person. Okay. If it's a short flight, sure, I won't make a fuss over, like if I'm just flying back home to Philly, I won't fuss over, oh no, I got an aisle seat, but I want the window, whatever. But on these long flights, I need the window seat. I need to lay my head against something else because also I get stiff so easily.
Really?
Yeah. So I feel like I need to have options on like where I'm putting my head.
Okay.
In terms of the personal space within the confines of the seat, I always put the rest thing down.
Okay.
The armrest. And I always put my arm over it just so it's like from the get-go, like known, like your arm is not staying on this armrest. It's mine and I'm going to use it.
Oh, wow. So you're the bully.
Yes. Because also on the window seat, a lot of times you don't get the other one.
Yeah.
You just get the one that's shared with the middle seat.
I got to say, B, I kind of feel like if you're on the window seat, assuming that you're going to kind of lean on the window,
I will.
I kind of feel like you should give up most of the other armrest
I know, but that's something
just
like
gotta stick to that one side.
Deep down, like that's a selfish. Yeah, that's a selfish quality of mine.
You're a seat leaner back too, aren't you?
I lean my seat back.
I could tell.
There's so much controversy with that, but I don't understand it.
So you're taking both armrests. You think you're entitled to the wall, the armrest, and you lean your seat back.
If I have the choice to be comfortable, who am I to give it up?
If everyone in society felt that way, society would crumble, B.
That's fair. But see, I'm picking my battles.
Okay.
I'm picking the small little, like, I'll be snooty about my airplane seating situation, but then
I need you to walk me through this. You say that you're picking your battles. When does B give up her comfort? When are you sacrificing for your comfort?
So many, like if a friend's in need.
Okay.
If they need a ride, if one of my friends text me or call me or come to my room that they need to be picked up from somewhere.
Okay.
They need a last minute drive. Like I'll get up from bed and go.
Okay, that's not exactly what I'm asking. That's just you doing your friends a favor.
Okay.
Do you like volunteer? Like I'll sit in the middle seat if the car's got 5 people in it. Like,
yeah.
Or are you like, hey, I got shotgun, and everyone's like B?
No, I hate doing shotgun.
Okay.
Then I feel like I'm left out because then the whole time I'm sitting there like.
Oh, you're looking back. Okay, but like you're fine sitting in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's a sacrifice. See, I don't like sitting in the middle. Like,
I'll absolutely also just like do it without asking like who wants to sit in the middle, because also like I am only like 5'1", 5'2".
Okay, and
my other friends are taller, so I'm like I'm not gonna make them like sit like with their knees to their chin.
That's good.
When I can just deal with like it's not that deep.
That's a practical sacrifice. Okay.
Thank
now
you.
that doesn't really scream like I lean my seat back on the plane, but what about you and the girlies? You're staying at a hotel, an Airbnb, whatever. Are you volunteering like, hey, I'll take the couch, or like are you like having to get one of the beds? Does it matter?
I wouldn't say it matters so much because also Airbnbs, they're a short stay.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't volunteer to take the couch.
Okay.
But I feel like in this situation, I kind of step back. I'm like, okay, if anyone like really diehard wants the beds.
So you're okay. So
like I'll let you speak for it. And then if it turns out that someone else wants the couch, like I'll go in the bed.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I'll put my name in the hat.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not that bad, because I gotta say, B, when you tell me you're a seat recliner, it makes you come across as very selfish.
It does. And that's something I'm willing to admit.
Okay. Self-aware.
I am self-aware that some people have issues with it. But at the same time, how are the seats going to recline back? And that's like a known thing. And then you're going to have a problem with someone doing it in the seat in front of you. Like they recline back for a reason. It's told that when the plane takes off and when it's landing that you have to put it back. And I do that, obviously.
Sure.
But for the middle part.
So is the problem, if we're being for real here, is the problem that everyone doesn't lean their seat back?
That could be part of the issue.
Because if everyone leaned their seat back,
we'd all be at the same degree.
We'd all be at the same degree. We'd have the same amount of space. It wouldn't look weird for somebody to be backing into you because you'd be doing the same thing. So maybe the problem is everyone needs to lean back.
Because also, why would you deprive yourself of that comfort of having a little more extension on you?
It's the fear, B. It's the fear of the people
judgment
behind you. Yeah,
but you have to think like these people behind me. Like at most, I'm going to see you again at baggage claim, and then once we leave the airport,
if you're on an 8-hour flight, B, you're going to be right in front of them for 8 hours. Like I see that.
But after this interaction,
sure.
I don't care.
But it's the fear. It's the fear of the one bad apple. It's the fear of the one lunatic out there. Like of you leaning your seat back and someone be like, ah. So then you have to make a decision as a man. Like, is it worth giving? Like, am I going to let them bully me? Especially if it's like another guy. If it's like, let's say I lean my seat back and then like some guy's like, hey, baldy. Hey, country Kaloo. Yeah, raise your seat up.
Wrap it up.
Then I have to make my decision. Am I going to do it? Because he didn't say please. So now I'm leaned all the way back. Now it's escalating. And am I willing to get into a fight and get put on the no-fly list for this seat leaning back? And the answer is probably no. So in my head, I just don't lean it back because I don't want no problems.
But here's the thing. If a flight attendant then gets involved, because now at this point you guys are in a verbal altercation, what's the flight attendant going to do? Like, oh, yes.
Kick both of us off.
Like, John, you totally should not have reclined your seat back. Like, what were you thinking? No, she's going to be like, sir, he's allowed to recline his seat. If you have a problem with it, like,
she will say that.
Tough luck.
But I feel like I would lose in the court of public opinion.
But I think you're putting too much pressure on what people think of you.
It is. Yeah, sure. No, I agree with that. Like, I wish that I had the trait.
In this situation, at least.
I wish I had the trait that I didn't care what people thought. I think we'd lose so much anxiety as people. I think people would be, and I don't really care too much what people think of me when I'm doing like content or doing things. Like I typically have good self-confidence, I would say, because you kind of have to if you're going to do stuff like, but my problem is I don't like inconveniencing other people. And I don't want to be on the wrong side. Like in your scenario here, the flight attendant might be like, "Hey, sir, Baldy here has the right to lean back the seat. Sorry." But in her head, she'd be like, if this jackass would just lean his seat up, this problem would go away. And everybody else on the plane would be like, yeah, it's kind of rude that he's leaning his seat back. Just raise the seat. And I think I'd lose in the court of public opinion. Like, it's legal for me to take a cigarette and be smoking it next to your 5-year-old child if we're at the park. Like, you're in the area, go somewhere else. But like, if someone asked you, like, hey, can you put your cigarette out? My kid's here. The expectation as a member of society, be like, yeah, I'll go somewhere else or I'll put it out. Like, to me, it's that kind of thing. Legal, like you said, I can smoke wherever I want, but I'm not supposed to. Like your dog being a jerk at the dog park. Your dog's allowed to be there, but like, should you really bring your dog if you know he's a jerk to the dog park? Like,
but do you think the measure of inconvenience of leaning your airplane seat back versus smoking next to a kid, do you think they're on the same level? Because personally, I think the inconvenience of smoking next to a child is way greater than the discomfort or inconvenience of leaning the seat back.
Kid's got a long life. It'll take a long time for secondhand smoke to get to him.
He'll get affected less by it, but also when you're leaning your seat back, what does that give the person behind you? Like what, 2 inches less of
you know what it really does for me when somebody does? It gives me a full, you're right, it's a 2-inch thing, which whatever, but it's also like, wow, this person doesn't respect me. Do I do it to the person behind me? I'd like to lean back. No, they'll get mad.
But that's when the domino effect starts, and then everyone is reclined.
Until one psycho bee steps up and says no, and starts kicking the chair and pushing it up, and next thing you know, you're in a fight 20,000 feet above the sky and you're put on the no-fly list and they're treating you like you're a terrorist, and you can't, all of a sudden I want to go to Jacksonville to watch the Titans and Jaguars play.
No, you can't, because there's a hold on your account that says seat recliner.
Now I have to drive. Down there, and then who knows? I've hit traffic. I'm late now. I'm stuck in traffic for hours. This is everything that happens. But again, I respect you because, again, no offense, you don't seem like you take up that much space. But you are going to say, I'm taking the space I'm entitled to, and then some. I respect it. Kind of a badass.
It's kind of a topic that I will never understand why people are bothered by the reclined seat. Like, I understand what you're saying about the whole inconvenience.
We don't have the confidence to do it
ourselves.
But
like, if someone did it to me and I was just like, you know what, I'm not in the mood to also recline. Okay, like, you have your, like, sleep.
Yeah.
Have a comfortable ride.
You should start going to movie theaters and just like sitting like right next to people. Like whenever they're
I would freak out.
Whenever they're trying to have open seats next to them, be like, sorry, this is my seat. Like you wait, you go in there and you like change your seat request and you go in there.
I just buy all the ones right next to
you
people.
Digitally when you can see it, like they're trying to have empty seats, like, nope, I'm sitting right there. And you sit there and be like, sorry, I'm entitled to this seat.
Or what's even better, when it's packed and there's only one seat between two parties.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that middle seat.
Perfect.
Unite the row.
I had some guy do that to me once. The whole theater was pretty much empty, but I like sitting on the front row with my feet propped up. Like
in the front row of the movie theater?
Oh, no, the front row is like the upper deck.
Okay, that's what I do too.
Where I can put my feet on the rails.
There's the railing, yeah.
And there's
I always go for that row.
20 rows that were pretty empty, but these 2 guys sat next to me and my ex-girlfriend, and it was like have you ever seen Midsummer? You ever watched that movie?
I haven't.
A horror person at all?
I've been wanting to watch it, but I never have. That's about in Sweden, right?
Yeah, it's like the cold. Yeah. There's some really weird stuff in the movie, and like you're sitting right next to some weirdos you don't know, like during those intimate scenes. I'm like, this is so awkward. Like it's so.
You're
weird.
Like, is this like 4D experience?
But then I was like, I hope not. You've not seen the movie, but I hope it's not a 4D experience. But I was like, do I get up and do we move seats? Like, no, let's hear first.
No, because that's kind of a slap in the face to him. That's kind of like.
Well, it is, but it's also letting him win. So I took it one way. I took it as me being a coward and letting him run me off my block. But you took it as he would be offended that I didn't want to sit next to him.
That's the thing. If that was me, I'd be like, well, he sat down right as I sat, or he left right as I sat down. Like, what are the odds of that?
I used to do that sometimes in college, like
That's
in the big
kinda
auditorium
rough.
thing. Sometimes you'd want extra space. Like,
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's warranted. But then if someone sits next to me, I'm just kind of gonna like pout about it for a minute
Yeah.
and then try to listen to the lecture.
All right, we are almost at our 35-minute cap. Let's hit some Italy things. What are you looking
Some
forward
Italy
to
things.
most besides like seeing family? What are you looking forward to most about Italy?
Looking forward to most. I love doing outdoor things. We're hiking.
Okay.
We're hiking in the mountains in the Alps.
Is it
and
what's the weather like in the mountains in the Alps right now?
it's going to be chilly.
Okay.
I don't want to give a definite like 100% answer, but like at night it'll probably get to like 65 or 60.
Okay, so not bad enough where you're having to pack like winter clothes though. Like
well,
maybe like
my mom did
a hoodie,
say
like a light hoodie or something.
Yeah, like bring some hoodies, bring some sweatpants, especially. You know what? It probably even would reach 55 because this is like the ski slopes.
Oh, okay.
That we're just hiking up. So in theory, like those get pretty cold.
Okay.
We're gonna hike. I'm gonna just walk a lot and eat great food.
What food are you looking forward to most?
That's such a loaded question.
It's very simple. You
It
can
is
say
simple.
anything.
I'm
Pasta.
gonna go with gelato.
Gelato.
Yeah, because you can't find good gelato here.
Okay. I don't like gelato. I mean, I've never had good gelato. So yeah, I think what you
if you've had
said
it,
checks out.
You'll agree. Because nothing wrong with ice cream. I like ice cream, but I'm excited for good gelato. That's my number one.
You're going to be so annoying when you come back. Mamma mia.
I'm humble.
I'm just going to keep saying Mamma mia to you when you come back.
You
Mamma
are.
mia.
Have you seen the Mamma Mia movies?
The first one.
There you go.
I refuse to watch the second one.
Any specific reason?
I didn't like the first one.
Okay. That's a hot take.
I don't think it is.
I mean, not for you.
I don't think the Rotten Tomato scores are very good on it either. I think half the audience and half the critics didn't really care for it, unless I'm confusing it with the second one. And look, I like musicals, but my old lady, she wanted to watch Mamma Mia one night, and I said,
yikes.
And I do it now because she watches the movies I want to watch, so I have no issue.
Say, she probably watched Dune with you.
Actually, she wanted to watch Dune because I'm not really a sci-fi guy. Kind of rude for you to put us in a box. Like,
I would. That was a stereotype jump
stereotypes
for me.
are harmful.
Yeah,
but no, like I pick most of the movies, and for the most part, she likes all the ones I pick. So I was like, hey, every now and then you could pick a movie. I'm not some type of monster here, and I like musicals. One of my favorite movies is La La Land. Gets me every time. You ever seen it?
Yeah,
loved it. One of my favorite movies, and there's singing in it. I don't mind singing. Never really watched the Les Miserables. I didn't really have much.
I never watched Les Mis either.
I didn't really have no interest.
So
in
it's
that.
a plot issue for you.
That one just seemed too pretentious. The Les Miserables. Like I don't need to see. I don't really like sad movies about poor people and upright. I'm good. Like
kind of hits home in a.
Yeah, just grew
You're
up.
Like
very,
yikes.
Grew up very poor. You know, I used to have to sleep under the mattress, but that's a whole other story. It'd be so cold in my dad's house, like we had to get under the mattress for warmth. But I'll tell you about that some other time. But no, I love La La Land, but I watched Mamma Mia, and honestly, I don't really like ABBA.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have like any dislike for them. See, I think
but you're not going to put it on.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just too much singing. Like, I don't mind musicals as long as it's moving the plot along, but sometimes it felt like they would stop just to sing. And I was like, that's too much.
I do agree with that. There is a lot of singing in it. I think the reason I never even noticed it is because the soundtrack. I love it so much. So I was like, this is chill with me because I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
But if I didn't like the soundtrack, I probably also would have been like, okay, like let's.
I also found it a little hard to believe that Meryl was in love with all these guys, but had 3 potential baby daddies. Like I thought that was a little extreme.
But in the sequel, the actress who plays young Meryl, she's gorgeous.
I'm sure she is. Old Meryl.
So I feel like
gorgeous.
that.
I love old Meryl. Like, and I like Amanda Seyfried too. Like, I just didn't care for it. I won't say like I gave it like a big doom or nothing. Like it gets like 2 booms on the boom meter. Boom,
2 of 5.
Yeah, but like the sequel, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to see it. It's going to be more singing. I'm good.
There's worse movies to dislike.
Yeah.
Like this is a fair.
I thought you were saying there's worse movies. And so there's definitely worse movies.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4.5 out of 10 if I had to grade it.
I'd pick a bigger fight if it was a more like a.
Yeah, but that's all I know really about. But isn't that movie in Greece?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me if I've seen it? Because Mamma Mia.
Because you said you're gonna Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. I was doing it more like a Mario voice. Mamma Mia.
That's fair.
Not the Mamma Mia.
I've actually never
played Mario?
Yeah, I've never been into Mario.
Have you ever played it?
Nope.
Not once?
Not once.
Mario Kart?
Not Mario Kart. Not any version of anything. I know.
This seems crazy to me because this isn't even like a generation thing. Like, Mario's still famous.
No, he's still famous. He never fell off.
That's true. He's had a 40-year run of dominance. Like, Mario's been that guy.
He's been that guy. He showed everyone. He's shown
Did you
every
watch the
other.
movie?
No, like I've
Movie's
never
great. Movie was
watched
really good.
any show, spin-off, movie, video game, board
How?
game, whatever you want.
Is it
to
offensive
say.
to Italian people? Like did
no,
your grandparents and your parents be like, you can't watch this?
There was no generational vendetta there. I just never like seeked it out. I was never interested.
He's just a blue-collar plumber trying to make good in the world.
I know,
like,
which is like good for him.
He's kind of an Italian hero.
Stallion.
Even that. Have you seen Rocky?
Of course I've seen Rocky.
Don't say, of course, you've seen Rocky after saying you've never played or watched anything with Mario, because Mario is more famous than Rocky.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously Rocky's got the Philadelphia connection. We know you got the Philadelphia connection, and he's Italian, but so is Mario.
But Mario's also a stallion.
He is.
And Luigi.
Luigi's kind of a punk. I don't really like Luigi.
Really?
Yeah, and Princess.
Is that kind of his like role in the duo?
You know, I don't really know what his character arc is supposed to be. In the movie, Luigi was just kind of a lame-o that Mario was having to save, but it's a good movie.
If there was a live action Mario,
no,
I feel like that could be fun.
Awful. They made one.
Awful.
No,
they made one.
They made a live action Super Mario Brothers movie, like where there's like plumbers in New York City. It was like in the early 90s. It was very weird. You don't want to watch that one.
I feel like it's only interesting with all the like gimmicks. Probably.
I don't even remember like if it was even really like true to the game or nothing. Like obviously it couldn't be because the game's not set in New York City. But
was there a Princess Peach? Isn't she?
Yeah. I'm sure there was, but I don't know much about it. I just know my brother liked it, and I thought it was weird.
No, I want to deep dive into the Mario world.
I want you to at least get a Game Boy. Like, can you get a Game Boy or like a Switch or something for your 8-hour flight?
I was gonna say that can be an indulgence I do on the flight. Something I buy at the airport.
You watch heavyweights and you play Mario. It'll be great.
By the time I know it, we're landed.
Have you ever played Donkey Kong?
No. I've heard of it.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
Next.
Did you have any games growing up?
Yes. Tetris.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay.
My first phone was a little BlackBerry flip phone.
Okay.
And it only had Tetris.
Can't hide money.
So I did that. Did a lot of Subway Surfers. I feel like that's kind of maybe a newer quote unquote.
Nothing like off of a phone for gaming for you? Nothing? Okay.
I don't think so. I was big on the Wii. I still love my Wii.
The Nintendo Wii. I assume they have Mario stuff on Nintendo.
I know, but we never purchased it. We did Wii Sports Resort.
So you just took all the free games they gave you?
Absolutely.
That's how you stay rich.
We did just. I got
Credit
just.
To your parents. That's how you stay
I got
rich.
Just Dance for a birthday once, and I think my brother got a few like race car.
Sure.
Like he got Hot Wheels for the Wii. The game. This is
mind blowing that you've never been somewhere where they're just like, hey, we got Mario Kart, and you're like, okay, let me play.
Yeah, everywhere, like every summer camp I've ever been has never exposed me to the game or the movie.
Were they teaching like how to play like the violin and like the harp and stuff? I picture you going like really classy.
I actually did play the violin.
Checks
you
out.
were
Can't hide money. Enjoy Italy. Be anything else you want to get off your chest before you go?
That I'll miss everyone here. I'll miss all of you guys for 2 weeks.
Sure, all of them. Everybody, for sure.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
And I'll be back with Be For Real before you know it.
This is a great talk, Bea. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
No sports talk, but nothing's really going on right now.
But we were just being real about
just being real.
Anything else.
The Mario thing's kind of blowing my mind, to be honest.
When I come back, here's my homework while I'm gone is to come back with some Mario exposure.
Yeah, and
that's fair.
At least watch the movie.
I'll watch a movie.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't doubt that.
Okay, see you later.